In Bnei Brak, the pandemic is fading away. The political wreckage is still here, as this city, like the rest of Israel, goes into this round of elections. Along with Jerusalem, Bnei Brak, east of Tel Aviv, is one of two iconic hubs for Israel's ultra-Orthodox or Haredi population. And in these elections, there is a striking political story here, told by the men who come to the camera.
People have a lot of opinions they're keeping to themselves. You can see all around you. Compared to past elections, there's no buzz.
What's the reason for that, you think? Is it just the holiday?
I'm scared to speak. I don't want to speak.
Over 3 rounds of elections, Bnei Brak has continued to vote loyally, giving its support to Israel's 2 ultra-Orthodox parties. But this time, there is some fear, anger, and resentment just beneath the surface. It doesn't take long to find it.
It's not that I'm against rabbis or anything, but they need a little bit of a slap. The members of parliament didn't do what they were supposed to do. They're warming their chairs instead of truly helping the ultra-Orthodox public.
The agitation now has its roots in scenes like this. January protests here against coronavirus restrictions that led to protesters torching a bus. 1 out of 4 Bnei Brakians has at some point had COVID. High infection rates led to lockdowns. Lockdowns led to anger. Anger not only at the government and media, but also at the ultra-Orthodox sector's own members of parliament.
All of a sudden, it looked as if 2 or 3 weeks before elections, they screamed, "Whoa, it's me. What will happen with the ultra-Orthodox public?" But where were they before that? All the protests in Bnei Brak, stun grenades, they beat people.
The anger at the ultra-Orthodox parties has left a political void. Bezalel Smotrich is happy to fill it. The leader of the far-right religious Zionism party is making a play at Haredi votes, playing also on a deeper trend. A kind of merger between the more, quote, modern parts of the Haredi world and the more, quote, Haredi parts of Israel's religious Zionist sector. Of course, all is not lost for the ultra-Orthodox parties. Plenty of voters here are still loyal, or will follow the rabbi's endorsements, or are scared to do otherwise.
Every Jew wants to do what our Father in heaven wants, and he wants us to vote United Torah Judaism. We have the great rabbis, and what they say we'll do through fire and water, even if there's not enthusiasm, even if some people are angry.
As for us, we have the views of the great rabbis, and what the great rabbis say, we all do.
But there is a restlessness simmering in Bnei Brak, a restlessness that could impact Israeli politics far beyond this pandemic or these elections.